Hello and welcome to It Must Be Sunday. It's great to have you in my kitchen, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this. My name is Michael Trapani. You're cooking with the Italian Cowboy. Okay? You probably ask what that means. I'm really not sure. I just think I look hot in this hat. Okay? So listen, cooking is about family, it's about friends, it's about drinking wine, and we're going to have fun with this. This is my first blog. I've never done this before, but I'm excited about it. So what we're going to make, my grandmother's Sunday sauce. So we're going to show you how that's going to be done, and we'll go from there. I have no idea, but I want to introduce you to somebody. Denise, please come into the frame here. Denise, see, Denise, we're on television. It's TV land. Say hello to everybody. Hi. Denise is my chief sauteer. Okay, she's unbelievable at sauteing.
Yes.
So you'll see her in a couple frames. Okay. Anyway, grab a glass of wine, relax, let's have fun. What we're going to do here to start our Sunday sauce is I'm going to take some country pork spare ribs, and we are going to salt and pepper them and roast them in the oven for about 45 minutes. Okay? So we're going to do a little salt and pepper. I can open this salt up. It's childproof. I don't know, I'm really having fun with this. I gotta be honest with you. Salt and pepper these. Other side. Okay. A little ground pepper. And then we're just do a little olive oil, extra virgin olive oil on top. Okay. We will put this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. I'm going to roast this. And then I will show you what I do after I roast it to get to our Sunday sauce. Alright? Okay, welcome back from that long commercial. Anyway, so the pork country ribs have been in the oven for 45 minutes roasting. Now what we're going to do is this. I'm going to take the drippings from these ribs, and this is going to be the start of our Sunday sauce. We are going to put one large yellow onion into those drippings. Oh, wait till you taste this. This is going to be unbelievable. First of all, if you can smell this right now, unbelievable. Okay, we have our onions in there. I'll put my garlic in there too. Okay, come out to the garden, and I got some fresh basil. And by the way, it was 8 cloves of garlic with that one large onion. Okay, so we're going to take some basil here. We're going to give it a rough chop. Right into our pot. And we're going to sweat this down. And actually, you know what? I'm going to put a little red pepper flake. Oh, that's my granddaughter, Ariana, crying in the background. But this is Denise sauteing. She's my chief sauteer. And she is sauteing and sweating down our garlic, onions, and fresh basil from the garden. And a little crushed red pepper. Right, honey? Bunches of oatmeal? So what I've done here is after my onions and garlic and basil and a little crushed red pepper have reduced down, sauteed, nice and soft, I took about half of that and put it in a bowl, and I'm going to use this in my meatball mixture. Okay? So what I want to do right now is I'm going to add to this sauteed mixture, I'm going to add 4 cans of crushed tomatoes. Denise, would you get over here, please? I just need your. I just need you to look at the camera, these. Please. I loved it. I love Denise, and I love Rachel, who you haven't seen yet in the frame. Okay, you have not seen her yet. But she's beautiful, and she's my niece, and I love her very much. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 cans of crushed tomatoes. Oh yeah. And about a cup of red wine. I use homemade. I don't know if you make homemade wine, but I do. Okay, so about a cup of red wine. And we're going to let that cook in with this sauce. And actually, I'm going to add, for now, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of sea salt. And you can later on, you can add, taste it. We're going to taste it, because that's where you want to be. And we'll go from there. We'll just let this cook for about 3.5 to 4 hours, okay? Okay, our Sunday tomato sauce has been cooking for about an hour or so. What I want to do is I want to take these beautiful pork ribs that roasted in the oven, and I want to put them back in this sauce, and we're going to let them cook in this sauce until it's done. Hello, and welcome.
I know you're
It's okay, you're good, you're good. How are you? Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we are going to make our meatballs for our Sunday sauce, okay? Gretchen, please stand over. That's my wife, Gretchen. She's very funny. So let me tell you what we've done here. In this bowl, I have 3 pounds of meat. It is a combination of veal, pork, and beef. Equal parts. 3 pounds. Okay? Gretchen, please. I'm sorry. And over here, what I have is this. I took a half a loaf of day-old crusty Italian bread. I broke it up into fine little pieces, and I soaked it in milk. So it's been soaking here for about a half hour. Okay. Denise, my lovely assistant, thank you very much. And then I'm going to take my sauteed onions, garlic, and basil, and crushed red pepper, and I'm going to take this, and that goes in there also. Okay? Denise, my lovely assistant, please. Thank you, dear. Excellent. Then we're going to take some fresh chopped Italian parsley. Hold on. And we're going to have a sip of red wine. That's delicious. Now we're going to take some Pecorino Romano cheese. And I'm going to put, it's probably about 1 cup is a handful. Okay? And a half. So about 1.5 cups of Pecorino Romano grated cheese. We're going to put some black pepper. I would say about a tablespoon. And 2 eggs. And then from there, we get down and dirty. Okay, so you're going to take this mixture and you're going to mix it up. Use your hands. Oh yeah, we need a little salt. Denise, come over here, honey.
Yeah?
Yeah, not too much. Come here. Be careful with the salt because the Pecorino Romano has a lot of salt in it. Denise, just take a little in your hand. In your hand. A little bit. Eat. Okay. This is good. This is good, Denise. No.
Pinch?
No. Just put a pinch. A little more. About a half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, a little more, Denise. Yeah. This is good. This is good for. This is very good for television. Okay. One of the things I like to add to my meatball mixture is a ladle and a half of my tomato sauce that's been cooking on the stove and some dried breadcrumbs. And it just adds another flavor dimension to these meatballs. Anyway, so now we're going to form our meatballs. Okay? So, you know, my wife thinks I tend to make a big meatball, but that's because I have fat, pudgy Italian hands. But you can make your meatballs any size you want. I like to make them about the size of...
your palm.
Yeah, about this size. Okay? Right about there. I cook mine on a cookie sheet. Okay, some people fry them in a pan, and that's fine too. I actually do this because I get yelled at for the splatter on the stove. So, but this is fine. I bake them on a cookie sheet at about 375 for about 35 minutes. And you do not want to overcook your meatballs. All right, you want to actually cook them. You want to undercook your meatballs. And I will put them in my sauce at the very end. Okay, so they take on a little bit of the flavor of the sauce, but they don't dry out because you do not want a dry meatball. Alright, so I formed all my meatballs, and if you notice, they're not tight, they're loose, and they're very moist. Okay, that's the way you want it. You do not want a tight, dry meatball. Okay, so we're going to take these, and we're going to put them in the oven at about 375, depending on your oven. And we're going to bake them at about 35 minutes. But what I recommend, everybody's oven is different. So you want to check them. What I like to do is I like to take one out and taste and eat a whole one, actually. With a glass of wine. But it's up to you, okay? But anyway, you want to test them because you know, everybody's oven is different. Okay, so these are going to go in. Okay, so our Sunday sauce has been cooking here for about 2.5 hours or so. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to take our meatballs that I undercooked in the oven. Okay, look how they are. Look. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take these, I'm going to put them in the sauce, okay, for about maybe 40 minutes to an hour is you don't want the heat in the sauce to overcook these meatballs where it takes all the moisture out of these meatballs. I just want them to really absorb some of this tomato sauce, and that's about it. Alright, so we're going to put these in, and then we're going to boil our pasta, and we're going to eat.